off. He's here together with Harriet Amatefio, and we'll be going into hair and mind. That is a conversation that you don't hear of every day. But yes, this is Z101.9 FM. How many times would you even hear of some of the things we talk about? But they are deep, they are powerful. That's why we talk about them. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
Welcome to the studios of Z.
Thank you for having us.
First of all, I'm interested in the name of the what is Lion's Mane Organics.
Right.
Lion's Mane Organics.
Yes.
What do you do? What is that all about?
Okay, so Lion's Mane Organics is all about producing hair product that works, organic hair products that actually works.
Okay, there are some that don't work.
Well,
there are some hair products that won't work.
We speak for ourselves. So.
Yeah. That's always a safe thing to do.
Yeah.
So you what you formulate yourself
Exactly.
here in Ghana?
Yes, please.
Okay. And what's the market? I mean, what's your market? Ghanaians outside? I mean, do you import heavy or you? I mean, is it export heavy for you or you sell locally?
Yes, we're selling locally, but we are getting the recognition internationally for now.
Okay.
We are in Nigeria, South Africa, and recently we got a call from UK where someone wants to actually sell for us. But then wildly we are in Ghana.
Wow.
Yes.
Lion's Mane Organics.
Yes.
How long have you been around?
Offline, we've been selling for. We've been producing this product for let's say 11 years.
Okay.
But we started selling officially almost half a decade now.
Oh wow.
Yes.
That's good to know. And it comes under what brand name? Lion's Mane.
Lion's Mane. Yes.
Oh, okay. Wow. Is it expensive?
It's not expensive. It's affordable, actually.
Yeah, that's good to know. Okay, so with that settled, knowing what you do, let's get into the discussion. Yeah. Mind and hair. Is it because they are in close proximity?
Not really.
Okay, so let's talk about your mind and your hair. Maybe Harriet should come in from here.
Yes, so it's something like what you think,
okay,
but not actually what you think.
Okay, help me.
Whatever affects your hair affects the body as well.
Okay.
Because the hair is on the head.
That's a close proximity I asked.
Yes. And then when anything affects the body, you even lose self-control. For instance, someone who is totally stressed forgets, I have to do my hair, I have to do this, I have to do that. So you lose everything about yourself.
Okay.
Just because you are stressed.
So, first of all, with that understanding, let me find out. Do you, going around interacting with guys, do you think we draw the link between our health and our hair, or our mind, health and our hair? Do we generally?
No, we don't.
At all? The average Ghanaian doesn't know that stress affects hair.
No.
What has been your experience like dealing with Ghanaians in this very conversation? Do you see us understanding what this is all about?
Yes. I think Ghanaians, we are now actually educating them on things like this.
Mental health and
Mental
hair.
health and hair.
Okay.
Because these are two different things that people look at differently, but they are very close and they work hand in hand. So if you don't have a sound mind, you wouldn't be thinking of, oh, let me do this to my hair, let me treat my hair in this particular way or give it such treatment. And then by the time you realize you are losing your hair and you start pinpointing things that are not even in line of the cause of the problem.
Okay. What are some of the common stress-related hair issues? Harriet.
So we have something like alopecia, like you rightfully said.
Okay.
And then when you are stressed, extremely stressed.
But what in the first place, what's alopecia?
So the loss of hair around the hairline.
Ah, okay.
So we see a lot of this in town. That is why we are getting used to these frontal wigs just to cover a lot of these things. Because it makes you lose confidence, self-confidence. Because walking in town with your hair almost halfway through your hair is something else. Yes.
Especially if you're a woman.
Yes, a woman.
So what is this conversation female heavy or is for all of us?
It's for all of us.
For all. A lot of men too are into Sakura nowadays just because they are hiding what they don't want people to see.
Yeah, but if you are clean shaven, what's wrong? Anyway, it's just one of those things. What else? Alopecia. You're losing hair around your hairlines and all that. What else? What are some of the other stress-related hair conditions that are a problem?
So some lose patchy hairs just with a comb, one comb, and then you see a lot of strands in your comb. Your hair is falling without.
And all these could be traced to stress.
Yes.
Oh wow. Because we're talking stress and hair related issues, I don't want us to, but we must go into this question of stress. Why are they stressed in the first place? And so why are they stressed? And then the stress is leading to their hair loss or hair challenges or hair issues. What we're saying is that if we could handle the stress, then we'll solve the hair loss issues. That's what we're saying. What in your experience is leading to a chunk of these stress? What is causing the stress?
So overloading yourself with things you can divide and do one at a time.
Okay.
I have to wash all these things today. Meanwhile, you can wash but do other things that is not too much of a stress.
Okay.
Then continue the washing tomorrow. But we prefer doing all at once. By the time you finish, eating becomes a problem for you. And we don't even eat well nowadays.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, I'll come back to you, but it looks like you don't just sell organic hair product. You add education to it. So you're selling the person the thing, but you're telling him don't go and stress because there's stress too. Okay. So what is it? Was it a deliberate marketing plan that you were going to add education to what you sell, or it came about because of an incident? What brought this to your mind?
Okay. That question, this particular question actually pulls me back to when I started making the oil for myself.
Please.
Okay. So we as Africans, or let's say black people, or Ghanaian to be precise, we didn't really like the locks as in locks. We had an image or a perception tallied to it.
It was fetish.
Exactly.
In our minds. Terrible, but that was the truth.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when I started my locks journey, my parents didn't like it. Not even my siblings, but I actually told myself I really wanted to change their mentality about the locks. So I dedicated my time in reading and researching on how to maintain my hair to be healthy and beautiful. So I did my research. I took care of my hair for like 2 years at home before going to the salon. So one time, we went to church, and then my mom was talking to one woman, and then she was like, "Won't you talk to your son to go and cut his hair?" She was like,
You've invested in the hair.
Exactly. So
okay.
It's not just the investment, but then we actually learned a lot of things. A lot of research went into it.
Great. So this is like a personal experience that led you in that path.
Right.
But would you also understand where your family would have come in? Because and sometimes I am that blunt, but I have to be. Two kinds of people in the early days were associated with locks. The guy who, according to tradition, has disappeared and he has come back as a priest, and so he's carrying locks. Or the guy who passed behind the house and went to do something and the smoke went into his head and he also started carrying it and all that. Then, I'm not saying now, of course, times have changed. They are very, that would lead to one part of the question. Then the second part too is this. Is it also not true that when you start growing locks, at the initial stages, it doesn't look as beautiful as it looks now?
Sure.
So then you would understand where. Anyway, I'm just.
Oh, that's very true. That's very true. But it is time.
Okay.
It takes time. There is no one that will say they started something and it was so beautiful at the beginning. So if you believe in what you're doing, you give it time.
So you did not grow locks for religious, or you just grew it because you're an African and you could grow your locks.
Exactly.
That's all.
I actually loved it. I loved it.
So you're not a Rastafarian.
Not a Rastafarian.
I'm like that. I'm like that on certain days. So he's not Rastafarian. He's just Lion's Mains Organics Chief Executive. He's here with us in the studios, and he's here also with Harriet. We're talking hair and mind. And so, if you are not aware, some of the reasons why your hair is coming off is because you are stressed. You know, how can individuals manage stress? Tell us. I mean, advise us. Since you've been conversing with people in this direction, how can individuals manage stress to promote healthy hair growth?
With managing stress, people don't like to talk. People don't like to talk. Have conversations, healthy conversations with people that you can trust. Okay? People don't really like to balance their diet. You see? So all of these things come in. You have to be able to exercise as well, because exercising is very, very good for our health. In fact, our mental health, to be precise, because when the mind is, is off, trust me, the body is off. Yeah. So I tell people the first key is start exercising. And
you do a lot.
I do a lot.
You gym a lot.
That's my breakfast every day.
Yeah, he gyms a lot. He looks it. If you're watching us stream live on Facebook, go check him out. He looks very fit. And he's telling you that a healthy mind resides in a healthy body. And that is what is causing your hair loss. So please, it's not witches in your house. You are stressed. That's why your hair is... That's why your hair is going down. You're stressed, right? Depression, anxiety, trauma. How did they affect hair growth? Harriet.
So your hair doesn't come just like that. It is through a follicle.
Okay.
The pores. When you are, like my colleague said, if you don't talk to people to try and talk to you about what you are going through, your follicles are affected.
Okay.
It reduces your hair growth. The trauma you're going through reduces your hair growth. So you might not be a victim of hair falls or maybe alopecia, but then you see your hair is just stagnant like that. It doesn't grow. You'll be asking, I've been using a lot of products. That is why we put in the education. We are putting in education because if we don't educate you on things you are using or the product we are selling, you might use it wrongly or use it once and then leave it somewhere.
Okay.
We have to educate you to let you know what to do as in managing your stress, the trauma you're going through, anything that is affecting you. We try to educate you on that. That is why from the beginning, he said we are selling something that works. It works when you add the education.
Education, not just the product.
Yes.
Okay, now it makes sense. Okay. Lion's Mains Organic. They sell that which works because they're not just giving you a product, they're giving you education as well. Body image, self-esteem, they also impact hair growth?
Not really, but then it's kind of related.
Okay.
It's not a direct point, but then it's kind of related. You see, our society right now, it's kind of pushing you into a direction where it looks like everybody has to look this way. So you are forced to have this kind of hairstyle. You are forced to, use a heat pad on your hair to make it look a certain way, which is actually affecting our hair.
Okay, you have to explain that. What is a heat pad? I don't know it.
So these women. Okay, so let me leave this for Harriet.
Harriet, what is the heat pad he's talking about?
So a lot of women are using chemicals. Aside the chemicals, we have these tonguing machines which need to be plugged.
Are those things are still around?
Yes.
I thought in those days they used to use them for big perms, big boomful perms like that.
So when you go to the most barbering shops where they do perm cuts and things, after applying chemicals to your hair, which is the perming, then you need these tonguing machines, very hot iron, to give you the design style you want.
Okay.
So all these things, when you don't take care and these irons touch your scalp, your hair, that particular place might not grow hair again.
Yeah, you've killed the follicles there.
Yes.
I mean, I knew about these things, so I didn't know they're still around.
Let's say me wanting to get this nice perm cut with, so normally we call it tonguing.
Okay.
So I want to have this style. And once you have a perm cut, you are used to one particular kind of style, always applying tonguing machines to your hair. And then with that, you are killing everything the hair has to provide or to look healthy. Without it, you don't even look like yourself. So you always have to go there.
Okay. It becomes your brand.
Yes.
And you must cook it every day. So
Yes.
every few days you're cooking your hair.
So then even the stylist will advise you from time to time you have to do hair steaming. That is using another form of chemical to retain the nutrients you are losing with the hot irons and things.
The hair is what? Is an organic thing. So from what you're saying, the more you're applying chemicals and you are heating it, basically it's like you frying your hair, like
Yes.
you're cooking your hair literally. You're burning it and all that.
So natural hair grows faster than a processed or chemical hair,
Oh, okay.
because with this you don't add anything, nothing.
So it's not because they smoke something, that's why their hair grows longer.
No, it is not.
Randolph keeps laughing. I'm just asking. I mean, because we've been told that that thing has. Then they will tell you that if you take the seeds out and they even use it for hair and all that, that hair grows and all that. So I'm thinking that if you apply it to your hair and you smoke it inside your body too, then now your hair they grew. I mean, I would have loved to ask Bob Marley and culture and the rest, but I never got the opportunity. So
No, that is our perception. That's what we see out there. But you see, those who smoke heavily don't have time for their hair. They just leave it like that. That's why it grows faster.
okay.
No time for chemicals, nothing. They just leave it as it is.
So when you leave your hair, it will grow naturally.
It will grow.
Okay.
But
It
you
is
need
not
to
that
feed
thing you
it.
are smoking that is making it grow.
No.
Now I know. Now
When
I
you
know.
leave it, it will grow without adding any chemical whatsoever.
Interesting. If you have a comment you want to pass through, as always, 0544 321019. I would gladly listen to that. Also, you can go on Facebook at ZFMGH. That is a handle at ZEDFMGH. And also on Instagram and on X, the same. Send us a message there. Let me know about your hair challenges and all that. Beauty standards. How do they influence hair growth? First of all, is there a standard for beauty? I thought beauty is beauty. I mean, beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. I mean, is there a standard for beauty is there an African standard for beauty?
An African standard for beauty? No. No. You just like we all know, people say beauty comes from the inside out.
Okay.
You see, some people are beautiful on the outside, but then when they speak, these people are
Terrible
better.
person. Okay.
Exactly. So beauty actually comes from the inside out. So people are losing their hair today due to societal pressure and some of these things that they are not able to do for themselves, as in get some new wigs, have some perm cuts. It comes with a lot of expenditure. You need to be able to afford all of these things from time to time. And when they are not able to meet that particular criteria, then there's a little bit of stress in there. Now they have to be, processing things the way they are not supposed to process them. And it's definitely going to affect their hair growth or the health of their hair. So if we look at Africa per se, our beauty standard, it depends on you and how you want to carry yourself out there.
Do you see social media as being a problem?
A big one, but also a very big influencer for people that wants to go up, and for the people that wants to accumulate pressure, they are also getting their own.
Social media will help you both ways.
I tell
Yes.
you.
If you want to aspire to great stuff, it can help you.
Right.
If you want to be depressed, it will help you be depressed.
Yeah.
I mean, because she's seen her colleague or he's seen the colleague that they went to school together. Now this person is there, da. Doesn't social media add enough stress to the person's life?
Exactly, it does.
Mm.
But it all depends on the mindset you have. How you perceive things are the way they are going to affect you.
If you don't believe in yourself, you always look at people.
If you don't believe in yourself, you always look at people.
Mm.
You look at your former colleagues on Facebook and all the stuff
You'll
that they
be
are
like-
posting.
When we were in school, this girl was dark. She wasn't beautiful.
Now
But
she's
women in nature, when you are growing, you change.
okay.
Because when we were in school, you always have a down cut.
Exactly.
So you look different. Now you are grown, we have perming, we have long hairs, and it looks you change. Keeping yourself neat also add to this beauty.
Okay.
So when you see someone and wants to be like the person, then you are buying pressure for yourself.
Buying
people-
pressure. That is the
People,
term.
people buy or borrow people's wig to look nice, people's dresses. Just appreciate what you have. Believe in yourself. This is my hair. This is what I want to do. And you are good to go.
Don't buy pressure for yourself. That is the advice. People change. So when you see them change, yeah, because sometimes, Charlie, you can see some of your colleagues after years and like, huh,
Is that you?
should it be like that when we don't see for campus? Should it be like that when we don't see for campus? Anyway, have you found it is, in terms, because we're living in an economy where people are always complaining, so I need to ask this question. Is it more expensive to maintain the processed hair than the natural look? For women, especially. Then we'll come to him as well.
Yeah, it's expensive to keep this new trends of hair than natural. Yes.
What are the new trends?
Frontal wig people. I do use frontal wigs, but then now it's not something you can afford easily.
Okay.
Especially if you want the good one. But my hair like this, I don't think I need about 10 cedis to keep this. I can go to the salon to have it relogged maybe once in a while. Every month, that is if I want. Every 3 months. You get your shampoo and oil to feed your hair, and it can last for a year. Because just once washing without any style, I'm good to go. I just washed my hair this morning, used my oil, and I'm here. And this oil is there already. You buy once, but with this wig, even after some times, you have to go revamp the wig, or you buy a new one, because day in, day out, there are new ones coming. New ones. And it's not only frontal. We have closures, we have pixie. You want to have all of them. But when people know you for this,
they know you carry a natural locks.
you don't need to impress anybody with any wig.
And the natural locks, you can. It gives you also the opportunity to go for different looks like these other ones.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
So with mine that is short, I can just push all back.
Like a ponytail sort of.
Yes.
Okay.
And then put on a weave on. You would never know.
That she has locks. Okay. And then there are days you throw the weave on and then you.
But I
you go
prefer
natural.
this because with the heat around, this is okay.
Okay.
No pressure in this, no stress. Like you feel okay.
Her name is Harriet Amatefio. If you want to find out who is speaking, and she's here with Randolph. They are all with Lions Mains Organics, and they're talking. They are preaching natural looks. So she wants you to also carry locks.
Sure. I will be glad. I
She's
used to have a
advocating
pen.
for locks. Yeah. It's natural. It is easy to maintain. It is cheaper to maintain and all that. If you're listening to us and you want to find them out, let them give you their contact after. And if you have a big problem with the conversation, you can also attack them after for coming to promote natural looks instead of going for the artificial ones. Self-care routines, daily self-care routines. What should someone, maybe the person hasn't gotten the natural looks, the locks yet, but this conversation is trying to convince the person. But the person is saying probably the daily self-care routines might be difficult. What do you go through? First from Randolph and then from Harriet. How do you maintain this look, which is clean, it is nice, it's natural every single day? Is there some ritual that you go through regularly? Do you have to go and see, as I go along, I'll be giving a lot of the myths and the misconceptions that I have about this. Do you have to go and bath in the sea often?
No.
Don't look at me like that. Rasta men, they go see, go buff. You go buff your Rasta inside. Culture and things, you know, she say they buff for sea. Anyway, yes, so Randolph. Because she was looking at me like that, that's why I tend to her.
I'm just shocked.
Don't be
hearing
shocked.
that.
I'm asking the questions. Randolph, what are the daily self-care routines that you do to your hair to keep it this nice?
Okay, so let me answer the first question before I go on to. I don't remember the last time I went to the beach to go and swim. Yes, I do go to the beach. Okay.
You don't wash your Rasta in the sea?
No. I don't remember the last time
Charlie.
I did that.
You know Rasta, yeah. You know Rasta. Rasta man, like you should go in the sea and lift your head and you know it's part of the consciousness.
Rastafari.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I think they do that because they don't want to use any form of chemical to
Okay.
wash their hair. That's why they go to the sea.
Ah, Rasta. Randolph no be Rasta. No, right.
No, Randolph no be Rasta. But then one of my senior brothers is a Rastafarian himself. Like he doesn't like my shampoo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's what it means.
He prefers the sea. He prefers the
now
sea.
it makes sense.
But everybody have their own ritual that they prefer to do.
Okay.
Yeah. Mine is applying the oil every day after gym.
Okay.
Every day, because I sweat a lot when I go to the gym, and this is a part of my body that I can't clean
Okay.
thoroughly, and my eyes can't even see there.
Exactly, yeah.
So when I get back from the gym after bath, I just apply the oil, so it will prevent bad odor,
Okay.
dandruff, itches, name it.
And it must start the scalp, therefore, or it's just applying to the hair itself.
Apply to the scalp. That is where the magic happens.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So taking care of your hair is up to you. Self-care is up to you. When you look at yourself in the mirror and you don't like what you see, then you have to do something about it.
Change it. Yeah. If you don't like what you see, change it.
Yes.
Mm.
And people complain too much about how much it costs. Don't look at the cost. You need to look at the value of what you are paying for. If you feel it is way too much, then it's not for you. You don't see the value in it. That is why you are looking at the cost
At
of
the
it.
cost, okay. Because if it's valuable, the price is
Most
inconsequential.
definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. So I keep telling people, this is you. This is the crown you don't take off.
Your hair is a crown you don't take off.
Exactly. This is the crown you don't take off. So why would you complain about shining it? You definitely make time to shine it. One time I met a woman at the bus station, and then she was like, "Hey, Obia Rasta say and kamekwa meyebiu."
Yeah, because yours is so nice and so neat.
It is because I make time for it. I
Okay.
love it. Just like the way I make time for my bodybuilding routine. I make time for it. I watch what I eat. Because I won't get what I want if I don't work for it.
Of course.
Nothing is free. Yes.
Nothing
So,
is free.
Yeah, nothing is free. So it's up to you and only you to be able to handle yourself and make it shape yourself into what you want. That is up to you.
Your body is your clay. Go shape it the way you want. That's what Randolph is saying. Harriet, what are your daily routines to keep this locks?
So aside being with Lions Mane, I'm a caterer.
Okay.
And I do with flour a lot.
Mhm.
One, I always cover my hair
Okay.
when I'm working. And then apply the oil daily, like you said. Washing comes when I feel like, no, this time there's been too much dust.
Okay.
So instead of once a month or twice a month, I've decided to go 3 times in a month. So it's just washing and applying your oil. You go for a relock when you see your hair is grown. You have new growth,
Okay.
which doesn't make it look too nice. So you go for a relock. That is once in a while or once in a month.
Mm.
So it doesn't really need a lot of time to maintain it. It's something you can do daily. Just like when we were growing up, you finish bathing, then you take small pomade, apply in your hair, and you are good to go. This one, you don't even need a comb. You just
Okay.
apply your hair oil and then just massage it into your scalp, and you are good to go.
You're good to go. You spoke about watching what you eat. What are the nutritional changes that people have to make if they want to keep their hair natural and growing? What don't you have to eat?
Don't have to eat. What you don't have to eat, I don't really know for now. Okay.
But what do you have to eat?
Okay, so you need to have a balanced diet in the first place. Okay, and I know that salmon, the fatty acid in salmon is very good
Okay.
for hair growth. Not everybody likes salmon. For me, I do salmon and tuna a lot, because I know the nutrient, or let's say the vitamins I'm getting from this proteins. So it's up to you to know that, okay, this works for me and this doesn't work for me.
Okay.
Sometimes people have allergies. So you might say, okay, this actually works, but then they will take it and then they have their allergies, and you are misleading people, or maybe
Okay.
creating problems. So it's up to them to know that, okay, this works for me and this doesn't work for me. But then they need to have a balanced diet, which is very, very important.
Interesting. Balanced diet. Lions Mane Organic, do you deal only with hair growth products? Do you do other stuff?
No, we don't.
All you do is the hair growth thing, because that's where your concentration is. How has the market received your product so far? I'm not asking if you have money, or like you make money, or wait, he thinks I'm going to ask for money. I'm not asking if you're a millionaire, but I'm asking, have people appreciated what you're trying to do? Because we're talking business. For me, on this dial, every time we're talking business, I want the listeners to get a message for it, so that when they go out there as entrepreneurs or small business owners, they are picking the lessons from those of us with the privilege of sitting in the studios. What has been the reception like for your products?
It's been challenging.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been very, very challenging. When you come as a new company, or let's say a new product, and then people don't really know you, they have doubts, a lot of doubts. But God being so good, the little number of people that actually believed in us and gave us a try keeps recommending us to people.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So most of the customers that comes to us is a result of getting a referral or word of mouth.
Great.
Referrals. So so far we are growing. We're almost half a decade by December. That's quite something. So we are growing, I would say. But then it's been challenging.
What have been the major challenges of coming into this hair, oil space? First of all, I know the big one is you're competing against big players. I mean,
okay. So the first challenge is people accepting you in the first place. Now you need to educate them. That one is also another challenge, because you will have to talk In fact, you give them the scientific name. They will tell you they don't know the scientific. Now you have to give them the local name of the product or of the ingredient that you
Okay.
are using, and then you break it down. This does this. This does that. This does this, and then they will be like, Oh, they my main try and share.
So how do you market it? You take it to salons or what? How do you market it,
Yes,
Harriet?
yes, we have people who take it to salons, and then we have been going for fairs, like
Okay.
made in Ghana fairs.
Mm.
Like,
So everything is sourced in Ghana,
Yeah.
yeah.
of course, with the exception of the container. Ghana, every time I talk
Right.
to somebody, container very important.
Yes.
Yeah. So how do you source your materials? I mean, are there farmers bringing it to you, or you are planting them yourself, or what?
We get our ingredients from a farmer's market,
Okay.
Nima, where you get most of the ingredients locally, and then it's just our bottles that actually comes from China.
I know.
Yeah.
Everybody's bottles come from China.
Yes, yes, yes.
Everybody's bottles come from
but
China.
we have products. We buy bottles from industrial area.
Yeah. I mean, the poly people there. I know. I know that area. Pa. But these your key ingredients. They are sourced from where in Ghana? Where are they coming from before they get to Nima?
Okay, so I know cloves in particular is not harvested
Grown in
here
Ghana.
or grown here in Ghana.
Okay.
Yes. Mustard seed is not also grown in Ghana, I know. I think they are somewhere in is it Egypt or something.
Yeah, but that makes your final product quite expensive.
A
Yes.
little.
More than the average, like.
Mm,
Yeah. And that means that you need to do a lot more work.
right. But then even with that, it's not the ingredients. It's not really the ingredients that makes it expensive. It is the love we put into it.
Okay.
A lot of research has been into it. You know, we do everything handmade, from manufacturing, bottling, labeling. We don't have machines. So everything we do is out of love.
Oh, okay.
So that is the main reason why
It's a bit more expensive.
Yes.
Do you understand that, listeners? He uses his hands, so it's a bit more expensive because he puts love in the bottles, and then he puts the cream on top of the love, and he mixes it. Anyway,
Exactly.
that changes the whole dynamics, because trust me, if machines are pushing it like that, there's no love anywhere. It's just machines. Lion's Mane, what is the future like? What does the future looks like for Lion's Mane Organics?
The future looks promising, very promising.
But the two of you are smiling like you know the future and I don't. So tell me about the future. How does the future look like? I mean, what do you want to see? Are you going to diversify into other products? How big do you see yourself growing in the next half a decade again? Or when you're a decade, officially, what does it look like for you?
Okay, so we have plans, and they are in the pipeline, having a hair salon,
Okay.
or let's say a hair spa where you come, we treat your hair every once a month or something. And then also we teach you the do's and don'ts
Yeah.
on how to treat your hair and make it look healthy. Yeah. So with that, we can also give franchise to people
Yeah.
if only they are willing to do what we are telling
According
them
to
do.
the
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then make sure they are selling our products because this is what works.
This is what works. Lion's Mane Organics. Harriet, any final words?
So I want to add up to what he said. We started with only the oil, and people were like, "Don't you have shampoos? Don't you have this?" And then gradually we added to. We're looking forward to be adding more things to help grow your hair and feed your hair right.
Feed your hair right. Feed your hair right.
Because you
Randolph.
talk to some people when they'll tell you, "Me wo nwi o, me wo nwi." You have body, but yet you eat every day.
Yeah.
So once you have hair, you still need
You
to
see,
feed it
the
right.
hair needs to be
Yeah.
fed. Randolph, you have the last word before the next people come and chase me out. Any last words?
Oh, okay. So my final words is people actually need to make time for their hair and make sure they are feeding their hair right. It's not just about using any other thing to grow their hair, but then they should be specific and make time for their well-being and their hair growth.
Thank you very much. His name is Randolph. He is with Lions Main Organics, and he was in the studio to share his vast knowledge about this with us. His name is Denakpo Randolph, CEO, Lions Main Organics. He was here with Harriet Amatefio as well. It's been a good conversation. I hope you now go back and be intentional about your hair as you are about every other stuff that you do. It's a Thursday edition of Z in the Morning. Here we go on Business Breakfast. Happy now? Where DJ Wade has always said one day I'm going to say Z in the Morning. So yes, it's a Thursday edition of the rebranded Z in the Morning called the Business Breakfast on Z, right here on Z 101.9 FM. We're running out of here. Coming up at 10 a.m. is Mid-Morning's Finest. The name is NYA, the brand, and the show is The Brighter Side. My name is Jerry Hum, and as always, I'm leaving with these last words. Pray like it only depends on God, but please, when you go work like it only depends on you. Have a good one. Tomorrow is the TGI Triple F edition of the show. Thank God. It's finally Friday.